Welcome, dear friends. As we grow older, we start to notice little changes. Sometimes it's a name we forget, or where we placed our glasses. It's easy to feel frustrated, even scared. But here's the truth. Getting older doesn't mean losing who you are. And your memory? It can stay sharp, clear, focused, and full of life if you take the right steps. As we age, it's easy to focus on the things we feel we're losing: energy, agility, sometimes even memory. But one of the most powerful tools we have to protect our minds is right in front of us, every single day: our food. What we eat plays a far bigger role in brain health than many people realize. Our brains are constantly at work, processing thoughts, storing memories, solving problems, keeping our bodies in balance. And just like a car needs high-quality fuel to run well, our brains need high-quality nutrients to stay sharp and strong. Let's start with one of the most essential nutrients for brain health: omega-3 fatty acids. These are healthy fats found in foods like salmon, sardines, mackerel, and plant sources like walnuts, chia seeds, and flax seeds. Omega-3s are key building blocks of the brain. They help maintain the structure of brain cells and reduce inflammation that can lead to memory problems over time. Eating fish just twice a week can make a noticeable difference in brain function, especially for older adults. But that's just the beginning. Your brain also thrives on antioxidants, especially those found in colorful fruits and vegetables. Blueberries, for instance, are often called brain berries because they're packed with compounds that protect brain cells from oxidative stress. This kind of stress, caused by toxins and aging, can damage brain tissue and affect memory. Just a handful of berries a day can help your brain stay clear and responsive. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and collard greens are also important. They contain nutrients such as vitamin K, folate, and lutein, which are associated with slower cognitive decline. Think of these greens as nature's way of refreshing your memory, literally. And believe it or not, your brain might even thank you for a little dark chocolate, as long as it's at least 70% cocoa and consumed in moderation. Dark chocolate contains flavonoids, which have been shown to increase blood flow to the brain and enhance memory and learning. So yes, you can enjoy a small square of chocolate after dinner, guilt-free, and know it's doing more than just satisfying your sweet tooth. If you're looking for a complete, brain-friendly eating plan, the Mediterranean diet is one of the best out there. It's not a strict set of rules. It's a gentle, balanced way of eating that emphasizes whole foods: fruits, vegetables, nuts, whole grains, lean proteins like fish and chicken, olive oil, and herbs. It limits processed foods, sugary treats, and red meat. Multiple studies have linked the Mediterranean diet to better brain function, slower cognitive aging, and even a reduced risk of Alzheimer's disease. But this isn't about being perfect. It's not about cutting out every snack or eating kale every day. It's about small, consistent choices. Swapping white bread for whole grain, adding a handful of walnuts to your breakfast, replacing red meat with fish once or twice a week. These small changes can add up to big benefits over time. So the next time you sit down for a meal, ask yourself, am I feeding my brain what it needs to stay strong? Because the truth is, a sharper mind starts with a smarter plate. When it comes to keeping your memory sharp, one of the most powerful tools doesn't come from a pill or a book. It comes from movement. Yes, moving your body is one of the simplest and most effective ways to keep your brain healthy as you age. Now don't worry. You don't need to run a marathon or lift heavy weights at the gym. You don't even need to break a sweat. Just 30 minutes of walking a day can do wonders. That's right. Something as simple as a peaceful stroll through your neighborhood, the park, or even around your home can increase blood flow to the brain. And with better blood flow comes more oxygen, more nutrients, and more support for brain health. But it doesn't stop there. Physical activity actually encourages the growth of new brain cells, especially in the part of the brain that controls memory, the hippocampus. Imagine that. Every step you take is helping your brain build new connections, stay active, and protect itself from age-related decline. And the best part? It doesn't have to feel like exercise. There are so many joyful, gentle movements that can stimulate your brain and lift your mood at the same time. Dancing, for example, is a beautiful combination of rhythm, memory, coordination, and joy. Whether you're following a routine or just moving freely to your favorite old tunes, dance activates multiple areas of the brain at once. It's fun, it's freeing, and it helps you feel alive. Or take gardening. It may seem simple, but it's actually a full-body, mind-engaging experience. You're moving, stretching, planning, remembering where you planted things, and connecting with nature. Studies have shown that people who garden regularly experience lower stress and better mental clarity. Then there's Tai Chi, a graceful, meditative form of movement that's often called meditation in motion. Tai Chi strengthens the body while calming the mind. Its slow, deliberate movements improve balance, reduce anxiety, and support overall cognitive function. Just 20 minutes of Tai Chi a few times a week can make a real difference in mental sharpness and emotional peace. And of course, stretching, yoga, or even standing up and sitting down a few times every hour, these are all ways to remind your body that you're still in motion, still present, still engaged in life. What matters most is consistency. Moving your body every day, even in small ways, sends a powerful message to your brain. I'm still here. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. So the next time you feel tired or unmotivated, remember this. Your brain doesn't need perfection. It needs presence. One step, one stretch, one dance at a time. And you're already doing something beautiful for your mind. Just like our bodies, our brains need exercise to stay strong. The mind is a living, breathing part of us. It thrives on stimulation, on curiosity, on learning. The more we challenge it, the more we protect it. Think of your brain like a muscle. If you don't use it, it weakens. But if you stretch it, challenge it, and give it something new to explore, it grows more resilient. And the best part is, you don't need to be a scholar or a genius to do it. Every brain at every age can learn, can adapt, can grow. Start small but stay curious. Maybe you've always wanted to learn a new language, just a few words a day in Spanish, French, or even sign language. Language learning is like a full workout for the brain. It activates memory, listening, speaking, and concentration. All at once. You don't have to be fluent. Just trying is enough to make your brain light up. Or, how about puzzles? Crossword puzzles, Sudoku, word searches? These are more than just fun pastimes. They sharpen attention, improve focus, and train the brain to recognize patterns. A few minutes a day can make a noticeable difference. Chess and strategy games are another excellent way to engage your thinking. They require planning, remembering past moves, predicting outcomes. These games mimic real-life decision-making and help you stay mentally flexible. Even memory games, simple exercises like recalling grocery lists or matching images, can help improve your short-term recall and boost your confidence. And don't underestimate the power of reading. When you read a book, especially something new or challenging, you're following a story, remembering characters, building mental images. It stimulates imagination, language comprehension, and abstract thinking. Whether it's fiction, history, poetry, or biographies, reading is one of the easiest and most enjoyable brain exercises there is. Trying a new hobby, painting, playing an instrument, knitting, woodworking, also activates new areas of the brain. Every time you learn a new skill, you create fresh connections between your brain cells. These connections act like mental pathways, helping your memory stay sharp and your thinking stay quick. And here's the beautiful part. Challenging your brain doesn't just prevent decline, it can bring joy, a sense of accomplishment, a reason to wake up with purpose, a feeling of, I'm still growing, still evolving. So whatever you choose, remember, every new word you learn, every page you read, every puzzle you solve is a gift to your future self. You're not just passing time, you're building a brain that's alive, vibrant, and ready for tomorrow. You may not always see it, but connection, real, human connection, is one of the most powerful things you can do to protect your brain. Loneliness isn't just a feeling, it's a condition that can physically change your brain. Studies show that prolonged isolation can actually cause the brain to shrink, particularly in areas that control memory, attention, and problem solving. In fact, chronic loneliness has been linked to a higher risk of Alzheimer's and cognitive decline. But the good news is, the antidote is simple and beautiful: connection. When you talk with someone, share a laugh, or even just listen to a familiar voice, your brain lights up. It activates memory centers, emotional pathways, and the networks that help you think clearly. Being social isn't just good for your spirit, it's brain medicine. And staying connected doesn't have to be complicated. Start with your family. Make a phone call, send a message, invite someone over for coffee or a meal. Those little moments of togetherness help remind us that we're still part of something bigger than ourselves. Reach out to old friends, the ones you haven't talked to in years. It's never too late to reconnect. A simple, "Hey, I was thinking about you," can open the door to stories, laughter, and renewed bonds. Join a club that meets regularly, whether it's for books, walking, crafts, or games. Being around others who share your interests can stimulate both your mind and your heart. Attend community events, a church group, a local library reading, or a senior center activity. Even if you just sit and listen at first, being in the presence of others lifts the fog of isolation. And if mobility or distance is a concern, use technology. A simple video call with loved ones can bring a room full of warmth right into your living space. Virtual clubs and online discussion groups are now more accessible than ever, and they count just as much as face-to-face conversation when it comes to brain benefits. The truth is, we are social beings. We're meant to share our lives, to tell stories, to laugh together, to support one another. When we connect, we thrive. And no matter your age, no matter your circumstances, it is never too late to reach out. So, make a call, send that message, accept the invitation, or extend one of your own. Because sometimes the most powerful way to heal your mind is simply to open your heart. Sleep. It may seem simple, but it is one of the most powerful tools you have to keep your brain healthy and your memory sharp. You see, sleep is not just a time of rest. It's a time of recovery, restoration, and reorganization. While you sleep, your brain is hard at work. It's sorting through your memories, filing away the important ones, and clearing out the mental clutter. It's like housekeeping for your mind. Each night, your brain goes through different stages of sleep: light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep. During deep sleep, your body repairs itself. During REM sleep, your brain strengthens emotional memories, enhances learning, and prepares for a new day. Without enough quality sleep, your brain simply can't do its job well. That's why 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night is so important, especially as we age. Missing just a few hours here and there may seem harmless, but over time, it can lead to foggy thinking, trouble concentrating, and forgetfulness. Poor sleep has even been linked to a higher risk of dementia and Alzheimer's disease. But here's the good news: no matter your age, you can improve your sleep. Start by creating a peaceful bedtime routine. Go to bed and wake up at the same time each day, even on weekends. A consistent sleep schedule helps your internal clock stay balanced. Avoid caffeine late in the day. That afternoon cup of coffee or tea might feel comforting, but it can stay in your system for hours and make it harder to fall asleep at night. Also, be mindful of screen time before bed. Bright screens, like TVs, tablets, and phones, can confuse your brain into thinking it's still daytime. Try turning off electronics at least an hour before you go to sleep. Instead, unwind with a book, gentle music, or quiet prayer. Make sure your bedroom is calm, cool, and comfortable. A dark, quiet environment tells your body it's time to relax. If noise is a problem, try soft background sounds or a white noise machine. If light sneaks in, consider blackout curtains or a sleep mask. And don't forget the importance of a supportive mattress and pillow. Your body needs comfort to truly rest. If you're waking up stiff, sore, or still tired, it might be time to refresh your sleep environment. Struggling with sleep isn't uncommon, especially later in life. But it's not something you have to accept as normal. Gentle habits, patience, and a little planning can lead to deeper rest and brighter days. So tonight, give yourself permission to slow down, to let go of the day, to breathe deeply, close your eyes, and drift into the kind of sleep that heals and restores. Because a well-rested brain is a clear-thinking brain, and you deserve to wake up each morning feeling calm, focused, and ready for whatever the day brings. Stress is a part of life. We all experience it. Worries about health, finances, family, or the future. But when stress becomes constant, when it lingers in the background day after day, it can quietly wear us down, not just emotionally, but mentally. Chronic stress affects your brain in real physical ways. It raises the levels of a hormone called cortisol, which, in high amounts over time, can interfere with memory and concentration. It can shrink the part of your brain that stores memories, the hippocampus, and make it harder to think clearly or stay focused. But here's the hopeful part. You have the power to calm your mind and protect your brain, gently, naturally, and with grace. Sometimes, all it takes is a few deep, intentional breaths. Try it with me now. Inhale slowly through your nose, hold for a moment, and exhale gently through your mouth, again and again. Deep breathing is like a reset button for your nervous system. It tells your brain, you're safe, you're okay, you can let go. Meditation is another powerful tool. It doesn't have to be complicated or spiritual. It's simply the practice of being still, being present. You can sit in a quiet room, close your eyes, and focus on your breath for just 5 minutes. Over time, this simple habit can reduce anxiety, improve focus, and even change the way your brain responds to stress. For those with a spiritual heart, prayer can be just as calming. Whispering your hopes, your fears, your gratitude, whether alone or in fellowship, can bring peace that quiets the mind and strengthens the soul. And don't underestimate the healing power of nature. A slow walk among trees, time by the water, or just sitting in your garden can lower stress hormones and lift your mood. Nature reminds us that life moves gently, that we're part of something bigger, something steady and enduring. Another beautiful practice is keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things, big or small, that you're thankful for. A warm cup of tea, a kind phone call, a sunny morning. Focusing on what's good helps shift your attention away from what's stressful. And sometimes, it's the quiet moments that matter most. Sitting in silence with a loved one, sipping tea by a window, listening to soft music. These small pauses allow your mind to breathe, to reset, to return to peace. Managing stress doesn't mean avoiding all problems. It means facing them with a calm, steady heart. It means remembering that you are still in control, that you can choose how to respond. So be gentle with yourself. Take things one moment at a time. Because peace isn't found in a perfect life. It's found in the way you carry yourself through the imperfect ones. So, dear friend, take this as a gentle reminder. Your memory is not fading. It's simply asking for a little more care, a little more kindness, a little more attention. Your brain, like your heart, has been with you through everything, through joy and sorrow, triumph and trial. And it still has so much to give. With the right support, your memory can stay vibrant, your thoughts can remain clear, and your mind can continue to grow, not in spite of aging, but because of it. You are not in decline, you are in evolution. Aging isn't the end of the story, it's a new chapter. A chapter full of wisdom, presence, and possibility. So keep moving your body, even if it's just a short walk each day. Keep feeding your brain the good stuff. Nutritious food, good books, deep conversations. Keep making time to connect with others, with nature, and with yourself. And most of all, keep learning, keep laughing, keep living with intention. Because every step you take is an act of growth. Every new habit is a gift to your future self. Now, if this video touched your heart, if it reminded you of something important, share it with someone you love. A friend, a sibling, your neighbor, someone who might need a little encouragement too. And we'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment down below and tell us, what's one small habit you're going to try this week to support your memory? Whether it's a morning walk, a new puzzle, or just getting to bed a little earlier, we're cheering you on. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Every week, we share gentle, thoughtful videos to help you age with strength, clarity, and joy. Because this journey you're on, you're not walking it alone. Until next time, take care of your mind, treat it with kindness, and let it bloom, no matter your age.